BC, it's Ron. Thanks for joining me. I'm back after a 1-month furlough. As you may know, I had some eye surgery and I had round 2 a couple days ago, and I'm happy to say that everything was a success. And so I'm really looking forward to be able to look at a record and see all the nasty, gnarly scratches that I should be seeing. We're listening to a little disco Noel here to start my video off, and this is a 1979 Christmas disco album, and it comes with a insert Arthur Murray dance instruction. Shows you how to do the Latin hustle, so you can shake your groove thing. So very nice. Okay. Start off with a couple of 45s. A local record store owner here in Phoenix recently went to the UK. He went to a huge record show, or I should say record fair, as they say in the UK. And he told me that it was the biggest one in the world. I think he said like 4,000 tables, if I remember right. So he brought back some British stuff, and he brought this back. I picked this up. It's an original UK copy of the Kinks' Dead End Street on Pi. And the flip side is Big Black Smoke, 1966 45, that both sides were not on any album originally. So there's a really nice twin spinner there. And then I got an original Yardbirds For Your Love, the original EMI company sleeve, and the flip side is the instrumental Got to Hurry. And you'll notice it says, down at the bottom it says featuring Eric Slowhand Clapton. And that little bit of information was not on the US 45, so I found that to be quite cool. And you'll also notice that their songwriting credit is by Gold and instead of Goldman. And that was an error that was on the first pressings. And that was Graham Goldman, who would later go on to join the band 10cc. So very, very cool. And if you notice, take a good look at this picture sleeve, or actually company sleeve. Now look at this Julian Cope. It's the same thing. I mean, it's not exactly the same thing, but it's based on the artwork from that sleeve, which is kind of odd because this is not an EMI release, it's a Mercury Records release. So it's even got the blank spaces where stock numbers would be written on the sleeve, like this one has right here, putting there in the corner. So yeah, I didn't catch that at first. I didn't know about it, but that was pretty cool. Picked this up yesterday, Heart magazine, and I picked this up for $5. Nice, clean Dutch copy, and this is the original unauthorized release that the band was pissed off about. The record company putting it out, and they went to court over it. So subsequently, the band re-recorded all the vocals, remixed the album, and did some different editing. So this is the original version of it, 1977, that was withdrawn. And I would say the European versions of this are rarer than the US versions. So I got a great deal on this, and yeah, you can spot it right away where it'll show You Shook Me Babe on the track listing, and on the re-released version of the album, that song is actually cut off of the record. And this is actually on Arista, which is pretty unusual. It was only released on that label in Europe. Picked this up today, haven't had a chance to listen to it. It's the first Tangerine Zoo. This is a reissue. Most likely could be a bootleg. And it's on red vinyl. I thought it was going to be on orange vinyl, to tell you the truth. I mean, doesn't that make sense? Tangerine Zoo, shouldn't it be on orange? Duh! And this is a 1985 Dearly Beloveds on Vox. And the Dearly Beloved were a top Phoenix or Tucson garage band. And yeah, they were quite talented, and they actually got a deal with Columbia Records, and the band was coming back from LA after doing some sessions work and maybe playing some gigs or something, and they were in a bad auto accident, and the lead singer ended up getting killed. So because of that, the album's worth of material that Columbia had recorded was never released until this. And there's some previously released stuff on here, but most of it's previously unreleased. And I got this online, and never actually seen it in the wild. It's pretty scarce. There's also a Phil and the Frantics in the same series. They were Phoenix band, and then there's also a Grodes. They were Tucson. So that was a good one. And then I got Shades of Deep Purple. And no, this is not an OG UK copy, but it is a German pressing on EMI Odeon. Really nice, clean condition, beautiful cover, and real cool album. And this is not a first German pressing, but it's like a 69 or 70 second press. And I actually got it for about half of what they go for, so that was a good find. And then I got, well, I thought it was a mono Yardbirds Little Games. It's a kind of VG condition, but it was only $9, so I snagged it. And then I come to find out that it's actually a stereo copy. It's got a mono label and a mono cover, but the record is actually stereo. They were just using up, the remaining covers and labels. It does have a stereo prefix on the label that shows you that it is a stereo copy, but I had forgotten about that, so I picked it up, and to my surprise, it was not stereo. Then I got the Rockets, and I got this online. And the Rockets were early Crazy Horse. And key members were Danny Wetton and Billy Talbot and Ralph Molina. And this is a really good album on White Whale. It's got some dashes of psych. It's mainly sort of a garagey rock with a little psych thrown in. Real cool album. Quite scarce, and I was real happy to finally snag a copy of this. got a stereo copy of Sonny Bono interviews, and I got this at the thrift store, and pretty decent shape, sounds real good, and it's quite different from the mono copy that I picked up a while back. And I listened to both, and I would say the mono is the mix to have. It's just got a fuller sound. The stereo sounds kind of sparse, and just has some different versions than the mono mix. The first track, I Just Sit There, which is one of the better songs on the album. On the stereo version, it's 12 minutes and 15 seconds long, and on the mono version, it's about a minute longer. And then the other, there's another song on here that's different. The second song, I Told My Girl to Go Away. On the mono version, it's 3 minutes and 32 seconds. And on the stereo version, it's 4 minutes and 15 seconds. And the rest of the album is the same time lengths. So a little different edits there, and different mixes. So kind of hokey, but definitely a good one to have. Then I got a first pressing of some Bosstown Psych, the Beacon Street Union first album, and I showed this before, but I showed a second pressing. I got the first pressing. First pressing is on the black label, and these are quite rare, and I got a nice copy of it online, and I paid up on it, but you know, I'm a fanatic when it comes to having first pressing, so I had to get it, especially with a great album like this. And then here's another slab of Bosstown rock, The Remains, and this is an OG mono copy. Covers VG Plus, and the record is VG, but plays VG Plus. It sounded really good. It's definitely a lesser copy, but you know what? I have no desire to pay up towards $300 for a nice copy of this album. I'm satisfied with this, and I got a fair price on it, so you know, that's kind of like the top of the heap when it comes to major label garage. They were probably the greatest lost American garage band. Okay, this next one is One Bad Mother, and it's Neil Young, A Letter from Home, the limited edition box set. And this came out in the May of 2014, and I got this used at a fraction of the new cost. New online, they're around $100, and I got that substantially below that, so I'm pretty pleased. And check the front out. There's an actual picture of Neil, and it's taped to the cover with handwriting in Sharpie for the album title. And the box is naturally worn like this. It hasn't been thrown out in the street or anything. And then this is the booklet that came with. Nice heavy. I mean, the packaging on this thing is rustic, beautiful. Just great photos, lyrics, really, really cool. I'm not going to detail this thing in a huge way. Fartboy79, I think his channel is. He did a great review of this, so check his review of this. He did a really good job of it. This is, it's actually two different versions of the album, and this is the first version, and you know, this thing is really hard to describe because it's so intricate, but basically it was recorded in a 1947 recording booth. Like, it was kind of like a phone booth, and Neil recorded the whole album in it. And this album was recorded directly to one of the discs like they would have done back in the day, and then it was transferred to the vinyl. And the other version of this album was actually recorded directly to a tape source. So the sound's a little bit cleaner. It's still raw, very raw sound. It reminded me of listening to Neil on an old early 70s bootleg or something. So this is the other version of it, and it does come with inner sleeves with, you know, text and lyrics and all that stuff. And then it comes with a 7-disc set of 6-inch records that are reproductions of the discs that you would have recorded your voice or a song on in 1947. And they're on clear vinyl. So there's 7 of these, so the whole album is included on these discs. Plus there's 1 extra disc that has 2 bonus songs. And this album is all cover versions, by the way, and it's solo acoustic. And there's a bonus track of Bob Dylan's Blowin' in the Wind. And on the flip side, it's got a piano version of Willie Nelson's Crazy, whereas on the album, it's got a guitar version of it. So these are pretty neat. And it also comes with a CD of the album, and it comes with a DVD of Neil actually recording the album in the recording booth. So that's very cool. Have yet to watch the DVD. I'll probably do that tonight. So yeah, all in all, an awesome set. I was glad I picked it up used, and I'm a pretty big Neil Young fan. I was really into him in the 1990s. I'm not quite at that level anymore, but I still love the guy, and so this was a welcome addition to my Neil Young collection. And I guess that's gonna do it, guys. Great to see you guys again. I hope you enjoyed my comeback video. Have a very Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, and I will see you in the new year.